ततः सर्वाणि भूतानि प्रतिभान्ति स्थितानि च यत्रैवोपशमं यान्ति तस्मै सत्यात्मने नमः। ज्ञाता ज्ञानं तथा ज्ञेयं द्रष्टा दर्शनदृश्यभु कर्ता हेतुः क्रिया यस्मात् तस्मै ज्ञात्यात्मने नमः। स्फुरन्ति शिखरा यस्मात् आनन्दसाम्बरे वनौ सर्वेषां जीवनं तस्मै ब्रह्मानन्दात्मने नमः। ब्रह्मानन्दात्मने नमः। वेदोदधिं समुन्मथ्य ज्ञानरत्नं समुद्धृतं येन तस्मै वसिष्ठाय गुरुणां गुरवे नमः। वशिष्ठ जी भगवान की जय। सच्चिदानंद भगवान की जय। शब्द ब्रह्म की जय। सद्गुरु भगवान की जय। सरस्वती महारानी की जय। योग वशिष्ठ जी भगवान की जय। हरि ओम। Before starting anything, we have to pray or remember God in the very starting itself. So different kind of prayers are there, but here in Yoga Vasistha, we salute the Absolute in three ways. First, the source from which all these worlds, creations take their origin. They remain in the same source for some time and then they dissolve in it. We salute that absolute truth. Just as the waves take their origin from the water and they remain as waves for some time and then disappear in the water, giving up their identities. We salute that absolute ocean of knowledge. We salute that absolute source, substratum for everything, where from all these triads take their origin and they disappear in that. Triads, the doer, done object and doing process, the seer, seeing process and seen object. In this way, everything is, the whole world is based on these triads, or else there is no world. So we salute that absolute source which is ever existing in all conditions, where from all these triads take their origin and dissolve in it in the end. We salute that absolute source, where from, just like the spring or the sprinkling the फुहारा को क्या कहेंगे? The fountain, the fountain of joy springs out and spreads all over in the sky, in the air, in the earth, everywhere. The 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 dusts of or the dewdrops of bliss springs out from the source. We salute that absolute source. In this way, we salute the absolute existence, knowledge and bliss. And we salute the greatest Guru, the greatest Guru, the oldest Guru, Vasistha ji, who charted the ocean of scriptures and all this knowledge and brought out the gems and gave us in the form of Yoga Vasistha. We salute that great Guru. We salute the goddess of speech and the sound, the primordial sound, the source for all these names and forms of the world, which is but sound. We salute that absolute sound, and we salute the knowledge what we get from Yoga Vasistha, the dialogue between Vasistha ji and Lord Rama. That knowledge, when personified, it is the absolute. We salute that absolute knowledge as a person. Similarly, Saraswati, when the speech personifies, that is Saraswati. We can personify anything and everything. That is the beauty of human beings. We can think and our thoughts, they appear to us as a person. We describe the morning as a beautiful girl. Usha, beautiful girl, who is waiting the sun to come out, and the charioteer of sun's chariot, Arun, he is friend of our Usha, the girl. Beautiful girl, giving joy to everyone, all the beings. Early morning, the dawn. Dawn is personified as a beautiful girl, full of bliss, and who shares bliss to all the beings, and who is the friend of the charioteer Arun, of the chariot of Lord Sun, Sun God. So when Arun comes fast, Arun is seen fast. Arun's color is red and golden. So we see the golden rays of sun. Arun is the charioteer. He drives the chariot. And his color is golden and red. That's how we get the golden color before sunrise. And Usha the girl, Dawn, she is friend of Arun. This is how we imagine, and it appears to be real. So we can personify anything and everything. Ganga, the water river, is personified as a mother and mother of Bhishma, and she is the life giver to everyone, and she is not the water's river, but she is the river of flow of eternal flow of medicines only. Jannavi Ausadhim Jannavi Toyam. The water of Ganga is not water, it is medicine only. It is only flow of medicine. And it is not imagination, it is real. In the higher altitude of Himalayas, where from the snow melts and accumulates as small rivulets, and they become Ganga in the end. Many rivulets, they come from different tops, and they get accumulated, and they come and make the main Ganga source. So all those water sources, they bring the rare minerals which are available in the heights of Himalayas, and rare herbs because of its climatical conditions. Rare herbs are grown in the Himalaya heights, and there all the roots, leaves and stems, everything is washed by snow water, rain water, and those medicines, they get accumulated as Ganga water. So many things which are not available anywhere on the earth, they are mixed up, and Gangaji is nothing but it is a beautiful mixture of different medicines, minerals and other things, and it is a mixture of medicines. If you drink it, all kinds of diseases will be cured. It is medicine for every kind of diseases. Take a dip, you feel fresh. Your blood circulation will start. And drink a little, sit near it, and feel. How do you feel? You cannot feel that joy anywhere else other than Ganga bank, which you feel there. It is rarely available anywhere on this earth. Just sit there near the Ganga. Why? Because the air, the atmosphere near Ganga bank is purified. It is so pure because since time immemorial, great rishis, great people, gods, rishis, they have been staying in Ganga bank and doing penance since time immemorial and purifying the atmosphere. And that cannot be impure, that cannot be contaminated by any way. So, how it is, if you ask how it is pure, what is the meaning of purity? Meaning of purity is here. The purity of atmosphere is calm and quiet. Calm and quiet, which never disturbs your thought waves. The moment the thoughts are created in your brain cells, you start thinking, they cool down and they harmonize, and you cannot think anything wrong or negative. You cannot. That is the power of Ganga bank. And it is not only by the abodes of great saints and sages in the earth, but it is also being purified every moment by the Ganga flow and that sound. You see Ganga's, the sound is continuous, never broken. When we are given to meditate on the sound of the heart, that is anahat sound. There are different kinds of practice. One method is to meditate or to fix the mind on the sound of the heart. It is continuous, it is never broken. So any moment you sit calmly and just try to hear that continuous sound of the heartbeat. And when you think of it continuously, that means your mind is established, fixed on that sound, then you will start hearing many kinds of sounds. The sound of flute, conch, and drum, and many other kinds of sounds you can hear from one sound. And it opens out the secret of the creation, how the creation starts from sound. Our ancient scientists, that means the great saints and sages, the great scientists, they did research on the origin of the world, and they found out the origin is from the sound. Om. And that is the name of the Absolute, which is beyond mind and intellect and everything. So the first vibration is known as sound, and that sound is known as Om, the Pranav, and that is the first identity of the Absolute, and that Om is continuous, it is never broken. That's how that is called the Sabda Brahma, the sound, sound God, or sound, absolute sound, where from all the vibrations are created afterwards. Vibrations means different kinds of sounds, and that is nothing but energy. Energy means imbalanced state, and that is named differently in different phases. The same imbalanced state, which is nothing but vibrations, waves, that itself is known as prana, the cosmic prana, the energy, which is all pervading. Sound means vibration. So prana means air, means vibration only, nothing else. So prana is not different from thought waves, but in different phases, doing different actions, it is named differently. All of us are human beings, but because of time, space and conditions, our situations, our personality, our actions and reactions, we are named differently and known differently. Different identity cards are given to us. But as human beings, everyone is same. Something is common in everything, everyone. That's how that common thing, common object in everything is a vibratory system that is known as energy, and the whole creation is nothing but a play of energy. Call it differently in different phases or different actions. Call it electricity, call it light, call it prana or air, or call it fire or water or anything. Everything is nothing other than energy. Energy means imbalanced state, vibratory system. This is what is understood and the reality of creation. And that is seen continuously in Ganga. Ganga is continuous flow of water, sound, and everything, medicines. That's how Ganga is personified as a goddess, the life giver and life taker also. Everything. So Ganga, if you sit near Ganga, yesterday we were talking about that sound. You know the whole creation. भैया हम थोड़ा इंग्लिश में शुरू कर दिए, तुम कुछ कंप्लेन नहीं कर रहे हो? हमारे कुछ बेल्जियम और हॉलैंड के कोई दोस्त लोग आ रखे हैं, इसीलिए शुरू से शुरू कर दिया। तो लोग कंप्लेन नहीं कर रहे। गंगा जी जो है, गंगा जी गाइए जा, गंगा के धार नहाइए जा. Go on singing Ganga, 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 and go on taking dips in Ganga. this this earth where Ganga flows, this is the land of gods and saints and sages. That's how Ganga ji is known as the daughter of Jannu Rishi, great Saint Jannu, who was sitting and doing penance in Himalayas. And Ganga, as a small girl, she was naughty girl. She was born to the to the king of mountains, Himalaya, and small beautiful girl. She was naughty. She was running here and there. Just imagine the river, how it flows here and there. And she came to the ashram of Jannu, the Saint Jannu, and she was disturbing. Jannuji was sitting in meditation, samadhi, and Gangaji was disturbing him. So they said, caught her and swallowed. So Himalaya came to her risk. Oh great one, please release my daughter. So Ganga came out of the thigh of the saint. Thigh also is known as Jangha. Jangha. जंघा से निकला इसलिए जाह्नवी नाम पड़ा. और जन्नू ऋषि का लड़की इसीलिए जाह्नवी. जाह्नवी त्वयम. तो इसीलिए गंगा जी को हम देवी मानते हैं, और लड़की भी है, और जल भी है, दवाई भी है, प्राण भी है, माँ भी है, बहन भी है, सब कुछ है वो. अच्छा, now coming to our sound, the sound of Ganga is never broken, unseasoned sound. The continuity represents the absolute. Absolute is continuously present everywhere in all conditions at all time. That's how it is all knower, all present, omnipresent, omniscient. It is everywhere. That's how it knows everything. And it is all the knowledge. That's how the bliss means absolute satisfaction. That bliss means absolute equilibrium also, absolute silence. तो हम गंगा जी में आकर के गंगा जी का जो शब्द है, ये शब्द को जब से गंगा जी शुरू हुई, मतलब जब से हिमालय पैदा हुआ, when Himalaya, the mountain, king of mountains, Himalaya took birth. Took birth means think as you like. In the process you think. Think in the process of geography or ecology or your geography about the earth, how earth was came to exist, and how Himalaya came to exist by somehow earth was in the beginning, it was a gaseous mass, and then slowly it became a hot bulb, and then slowly in the course of time it became little solid, just as volcano, the hot something, some fluid, hot fluid, lava, yes. So then it slowly cools down, and that's how all in the center it becomes, remains hot. In the outer layers it becomes cold, and the outer layers are seen as all these, see, clay, stones and all these. And slowly, because it was inwardly, it was fluid, hot fluid. So naturally when it moves, there will be topsy-turvy, some imbalanced state. That is called earthquake. Just as we eat something wrong, greedily, many sweets, and some palat, some food, palatable food. In a bhandara, we eat so much, and there will be movement in the intestines. It will create sound. We have to go to bathroom again and again. That's how it happens with the earth also. And up and down, imbalanced state. So Himalaya came up. In old age, generally the people, generally the males, they get belly. Why? Because imbalance in digestive system because of old age. Commonly, almost all the people, they get belly. Similarly, when the earth gets a little cold, the belly comes up. That is called Himalaya. And other mountains. Himalaya is youngest in the mountains. They say. I have not seen it. Anyhow, this way Himalaya came up, and since then, because of height and because of snow, since then Ganga starts flowing, and Ganga was flowing in the upper region. Slowly, when it melts, this, the glaciers melt, and all these soil and everything gets washed by the flow of water, and it goes, makes all these plate of Ganga Yamuna valley. It was not there. Slowly by Ganga and Yamuna, the valley was made in the course of time. And the people, the Aryans, they settled down here. It is a long, long old history. So in this way, since then Ganga is ever flowing, continuous, and the sound is continuous. That's how this continuity has so much importance. If your mind can continue on anything, you get success. Means if the one thought remains undisturbed for a long time, it has to take a form and it has to manifest. Means it takes a gross form, which can be held by the senses. That is called manifestation. It can be contacted by the senses. If the senses can contact the form, then that is called manifestation. This way, Ganga ji manifested as a sound, continuous flow of medicine and life also. Life, water is source of life. Of course, the source of life is not only water. It is air, fire and water. Three aspects of life. First of all, air, that is called prana, and heat in the body, that is called fire, and water in the end. बात पीत कफ, ये तीन चीज से शरीर बना है. Air, fire and water, three aspects. When they remain in balanced state, the body is diseaseless. When they become imbalanced, body gets disease. Disease means disease. It is not in easy state. Disease means imbalanced state. समझ में आ रहा है गंगा क्या चीज? चीज है बड़ी मस्त मस्त. गंगा जी का जो शब्द है, गंगा जी का जो प्रवाह है, ये दूसरे नदियों में कहीं किसी में नहीं होगा. चिर प्रवाहित मतलब unceased flow of medicines and life and sound. So life means air, fire and water. All the three are there in Ganga. Understood, my dear? Why Ganga is worshipped as mother? It is not a river, it is life giving, the source of life. Source of life. You can talk with Ganga. I will give you guarantee card. But that language is different. It is not our human language. If you can understand, the sound is mainly seen in four phases. Four phases. Para pasyanti upansu baikhari. The sound what we produce by the mouth, and we understand each other, our human sound, language, that is called baikhari. It is audible. by the ears. Before that, you can whisper. Huh? You can whisper, you can hear what you utter, but others cannot hear. Your, your tongue and teeth and palate will be moving. The sound is being created, but you are not able to hear outwardly and others cannot hear. That is called upanshu. उपांशु शब्द जो हम मनी मन उच्चारण करते हैं, जीव, दांत, तालु, कंठ सब ही लेंगे, परंतु हमारा ओठ नहीं हिलता है, ओठ बंद है। ओठ खुलेगा तब वो साउंड बाहर आएगा। जैसे कुला करते हैं, गार्गलिंग करते हैं, we gargle, the water will be inside the mouth. If the lips are open, then water comes out. Isn't it? That's how the sound also. When the sound comes out, that is audible and that is called Vaikhari. Others can hear it. Before that, it is there inside the mouth. You can hear it, others cannot. That is called upanshu. Upanshu. उपांशु अर्थ जानते हो क्या? उप अंशु, अंशु मतलब अंश, ए पार्ट, a part, a part of the sound. Upa means nazdik, Upanishad, Upasthit, Upasthit, Upanishad, उपांशु, अंश जो नजदीक है, तुम्हारे अंदर है, तुम सुन सकते हो, दूसरे नहीं सुन सकते. उपांशु means the sound which is near you. You can hear it, but others cannot. That means in the mouth, you know what are you speaking to yourself, but others cannot hear it. उसका कहते हैं उपांशु. उसके पहले पश्यन्ति, which you can see, but others cannot. पश्यन्ति, पश्यन्ति means संस्कृत में पश्यन्ति देखते हैं, देखते हैं. ते पश्यन्ति, वे लोग देखते हैं. पश्यति, सह पश्यति, वो देखता है. अहम पश्यामि, मैं देखता हूँ. अहम पश्यामि, त्वं पश्यसि, सह पश्यति. बहुवचन में ते पश्यन्ति, ते वे देखते हैं. पश्यन्ति मतलब वे लोग देखते हैं. कौन? ऋषि, मुनि, तपस्वी, जो शब्दों को देख सकते हैं. Those great saints who can see the sound, means hear the sound. And that sound is common in every being, not only in human being. The great saints, they hear, they see, they understand the language of birds, animals, snakes, even the sound of the trees, stones, water, they understand. Just as you understand your mother tongue, you don't understand if some villagers, they don't understand Hindi. They understand only Pahadi language. What to speak of English and Dutch and French and Italia. Nothing they can. We also cannot understand the Italian language or Portuguese or other language. Dutch I can understand little, little. Because Purnima and others stayed with me so long. So, the language is understood by one, not understood by the other. What does it mean? The sound is same. You hear this sound because you are not acquainted with the waves of that sound, waves of the air, in what way it is created and how the sound is connected with the forms. When the sound is connected with the form, then it has got meaning. And that meaning is when repeated again and again, and your thought waves are parallel to it, then you understand the language. Got the point? जब तुम्हारे भावनाओं का जो लहरें तुम्हारे दिमाग में, मस्तिष्क में, जो सहस्रार कहते हैं, हम कहते हैं ब्रेन, दार्शनिक लोग कहते हैं मस्तिष्क, और उसको हमारे और थोड़ा ज़्यादा कहेंगे तो चित्त, और सूक्ष्म रूप से चित्त में जो लहरें पैदा होते हैं, किसके द्वारा? प्राण के द्वारा। प्राण मतलब वायु, वायु मतलब कुछ नहीं है, वही लहरें। अगर वायु में लहरें नहीं है तो उसको कहते हैं आकाश। Try to understand. When there is no wave in the wind, it is called sky. If the sky is vibratory, then that is the sky. Same sky is known as air. And when it moves fast, then the heat is there. It is called nature of the air is heat. The nature of sky is sound, vibratory system. The same sound is known as air. That's how this air is originated from sky. That's how our 5 basic elements are thought over or seen by the great research students, saints and sages. How the creation starts, and then that sound which is seen by, understood by, heard by the great saints, those who deal in that subtle phases, they can deal with. They can talk with the birds and animals, trees, lizards. They can talk with the ants. You know our Sai Baba? Sai Baba used to talk to tigers and snakes and rats. One rat can communicate with the other rat by sound only and by body language. Body language and sound. And sound which is not expressed outside, it has 3 other phases which is created in the heart first. the fast vibration, imbalanced state of the heart. Heart means the balanced state, which gets imbalanced, then that is called energy, fast energy. That is known as sound, that is known as air, also the prana. The same sound is nothing but prana. And when it vibrates all around in 360 degree into to the power 360 degree, all around, all sides, it starts vibrating and projecting out, getting out and spreading out. So it spreads out, projects out in different phases, different states, and slowly it comes out. Then that is audible sound or felt air, we call it air. But before that, when it gets originated, it is known as prana. Prana, the energy, the vital energy. And this energy is in the form of sound, is cause for the creation. All these forms are created, and when the sound is related with the contacted with this form, then it has got meaning. It is known as a language, or else it is not taken as a language by us, but it is a language. The birds, they use their language, which is not known to you. That's how you don't give it the name as language, but it is a language. The animals understand their own language by sound, by body language. They understand their feelings. So similarly, the mountain can talk with the mountains. The trees can talk with the trees. They have what feeling. They express their feeling. That is called language. Your expression of your heartfelt feelings are known as language. It is known as body language, mental language, and it is in 4 phases. Vaikhari, the audible, Pashyanti, heard by yourself, not by others. No, Upanshu. Pashyanti, seen by, understood by the great saints, so subtle waves. When your mind becomes subtler, purer, and sattvic, and that is called intuition. Subtle, pure, and very slow movement, that is called intuition. We call it dharana, dhyan, or dhriti, अथवा smriti, dhriti, all these names are given. And that is seen, understood by those people whose mind can work in that level. They can talk with the trees, they can talk with insects, the butterflies, the honeybees, any insect they can talk and they can communicate by their feelings. They can talk. In this way, it is called Pashyanti. And para is absolutely so nearer to the equilibrium state. The first very minute waves which are around the equilibrium state, which is called heart, that is called para. Para, the first phase. Then comes Pasyanti, second phase little grosser, and then Upansu, yet grosser sound, and Baikhari is the audible gross most sound, and that is called language. And it becomes a understandable language then only when the sound gets contact with a form. How the forms are created? The forms are nothing but accumulated solidified waves, that is sound. The same sound becomes the form. If I, a great yogi, can examine you minutely, microscopically, then I can see the body is nothing but it is suppressed, solidified sounds only, vibrations only, nothing else. Not only your body, any object, whatever you see, say it is a leaf, or a plant, or a stone, or a iron bar, or anything, whatever is there, if you go to its origin, it is nothing but sound. शब्द है और ये शब्द कुछ नहीं है, सिर्फ तरंग है, इम्बैलेंस स्टेट। ये तरंगे एक दूसरे से जब क्रॉस करते हैं, when one wave crosses against the other wave, then the third wave is created. The diagonal force according to our physics, law of physics. This is how it goes on, dashing and crossing and fighting with each other since a time immemorial. So, in the course of time, all these vibrations, they get slowly solidified, and billions and billions years it takes to become solid object. The same vibration. That is how the forms are formed. हम हिंदी में जो कहते हैं व्यक्त, व्यक्ति मतलब व्यक्त जो हुआ, व्यक्त हुआ मतलब जो दिखाई दिया, किसको? इंद्रियों को। इंद्रियां 5 हैं, शब्द स्पर्श रूप रस गंध। ये शब्द स्पर्श रूप रस गंध, पहले शब्द आया, स्पर्श फिर वायु से, 5 जो मौलिक पदार्थ है, वो 5 मौलिक पदार्थ क्या हुआ? शब्द स्पर्श रूप रस गंध, 5 इंद्रियां बन गए। ये इंद्रियों का ये 5 भूत के साथ संबंध है। और ये 5 भूत कैसे बने? ये 5 जब परमात्मा जो परम शांत शीत है, उसमें ये 5 किस्म का पहला तरंगे बने, समझे? वो तरंगे, those waves in the very beginning, which was 1 and then it becomes 5. Those 5s are nothing but the sound, the touch, and the form, and the taste, and the smell. Sabda, Sparsa, Roop, Ras, Gandh. And Sabda, the sound, moves in that wherever it can move and which is not visible to the eyes or nose or ears, that is called sky. Where the waves are there but not seen, but not contacted by other waves. When it starts contacting other waves, then it touches, one touches other. When you see here is one hand, here is the other hand. This hand doesn't know anything about this hand. When they touch each other, then they create sound and touch, they know each other. That's how the sky is, there is waves. That is called sound. Sound waves are there, but they are not disturbed. When they get disturbed, they clash against each other. That is called air. You can touch. Understood? We are analyzing everything. Our subject is, of course, rooted here. No. Fast thought, fast vibration, when it gets touched with the other vibration, other wave, when the fast wave clashes against the other wave, then it is called touch. Got the point? Then that is called air. From there, air is started. So when the waves are not disturbed, means they don't go against each other, then that is called the space or sky. When they get disturbed and clash against each other, so that is called air, and that is called touch. पश्यन्ति, आते हैं पश्यन्ति, परा पश्यन्ति। परा जो इंट्यूशन जिसको कहते हैं, जिसके ऊपर मन इतने सूक्ष्म है कि खुद मन को नहीं समझ सकता है। मन मतलब ग्रास भी है, सूक्ष्म भी है, सब कुछ है। सूक्ष्म मन को हम बुद्धि कहते हैं, और सूक्ष्म को हम अहंकार कहते हैं, और सूक्ष्म को चित्त कहते हैं, मस्तिष्क कहते हैं, सहस्रार कहते हैं, उसी का नाम ब्रेन कहते हैं। उसमें होता है कुछ नहीं, वाइब्रेशन है, तरंगे हैं। और वही तरंग पहला नाम था शब्द, वो फिर बाद में वायु हुआ। एक दूसरे को जब एक दूसरे के साथ जब मिल जाते हैं तब वायु हुआ, और फिर ज़्यादा में परिणत हो जाते हैं, तब फिर जो रूप हुआ उसको अग्नि कहा गया। When one clashes against the other, there is a spark, and that is visible. That is how fire is subject to form. Form is visible. That's how the sound has taken a form. Understood now the process slowly. This process is described by our great saints in epics, in scriptures, in different language, so hard language to understand. In Sanskrit, in that Sanskrit art also is not understood by ordinary people because so small, so minute ideas are expressed in the scriptures. Unless you go on thinking, being not disturbed by other subjects or objects, then only you can get little. How they connect with each other. The whole world is nothing but connectivity. And when that sound connects with the form, then it is called language. Or else the language has got no meaning. It is not language, it is only sound. Understood now? Para means the the first phase of vibrations around the solid equilibrium state which is known as heart. Got the point? Around it. And still projected out and surpassing everything is getting grossified is known as Pashyanti, which is used by all these immovable objects, say trees or these insects or birds or animals, they use this language. And human beings, super beings, that's how they don't understand anything. You are a super being. Because most disturbed beings, they don't follow the nature. Always disturbing nature, going against nature. That's how we don't understand the other languages understood by undisturbed yogis, saints. They are not disturbed by all these disturbances around us. Just as now you are sitting here, are you able to hear the horn sound of the buses and trucks going in the truck, going in the road? Do you hear? Because you are merged in the subject. Your mind is not there. Understood? Are you able to hear Ganga sound? We are coming to Ganga sound. Before that, you have to have this common general knowledge about sound and prana, the energy prana, and how the language is created, how we understand the language spoken by our fellow beings, but not foreigners. Foreigners, they talk with each other, but we talk with each other. We don't have contact with them. Why? Because no communication, no relation. Of what? Of sound with the object. Say, I say, this red object is flower. but you don't understand it. I have made my sound contact with that object. That's how I named the object as flower. But you have not understood it, what is called flower. You say it is fool, fool, fool. Fool also is a sound, and that full sound is connected with the same red object. तो तुम्हारे भाषा में जिसको फूल कहते हैं, हम कहते हैं इसको फ्लावर. एक ही ऑब्जेक्ट पर शब्दों का कांटेक्ट कैसे हो रहा है. द सेम ऑब्जेक्ट इज नोन एज फ्लावर, नोन एज पुष्प, known as many other words, because the particular sound which contacts the object, it names the object by getting contact, and that sound is known as name, and this is known as object. That name gives the idea of the object. In this way, language is created. In the very beginning of the creation, when these human beings are grown up, they understood themselves as human beings since time immemorial, and they have undergone so many phases. Our ancestors, our stone age human beings, how were they? Monkey-like. And then slowly, after long modifications, transformations, we have come to such form. You know, in the Upper Yuga, people were about 15 feet high. Their height was 15 to 18 feet, 20 feet. Human beings. And in this Iron Age, we are hardly 6 feet. And 7 feet our, कौन हुआ? अरे पंजाबी है? खली पंजाबी wrestler, 7 feet high. Are rare in millions of people, rarely 7 feet. And in those days, in Krishna's time, Arjuna's time, all the people will be not less than 15 feet. Because the historians or वो क्या पुरातत्वविद, they have seen under the water about 20 feet long beds in the ocean, bed inside the ocean. द्वापर युग में ये सब 15-16 फीट लंबे होते थे. कहने का मतलब हम मनुष्य कितने धीरे धीरे कितना, how many phases we have undergone in this process of time when the creation starts. And this way, the sound, touch, and smell, and the taste, all these 5, they became 5 elements, and slowly they mixed up with each other, and all the complicacy starts. And but yet, but yet, and you have understood how the language is made up now, how it has undergone all these changes, different phases. When your mind becomes subtle and steady and silent, then only we can understand the feelings of others. That's how it is called telepathy, modern age telepathy. The mother is thinking here, what will happen to my child? The child feels thousands of kilometers away from mother. It feels my mother is remembering me. Those waves, it goes there and it contacts the exact object, telepathy. And if it is possible, you can imagine how the great yogis, they contact with others and how they know your heart, your thoughts, how they read your mind. Our psychiatrists, they know. If you can keep maunam, silent, for at least 12 years, you get all these abilities to understand others' mind and thoughts. He is sitting there, you can read their thoughts. What is he thinking? And what he will think after 5 minutes. You can say, this is how the great saints, great yogis, they deal in subtler realms. Understood now? Some understanding you have got now.
शब्द ब्रह्म और जो परा फेस है इसमें कुछ अंतर है?
परा
परा जो है जो एकदम
परा परा शब्द नहीं, उसके पहले शब्द ब्रह्म वहीं से तो शुरू होता है। जैसे हम सुबह कब शुरू होता है बताओ? कोई बोल सकते हो कब सुबह? Can you say where from dawn starts? Morning, dawn. Can you say, is there any particular line from here it starts? How subtle it is. How it slowly changes. What slow process. Similarly, the sound also gets grossified and in the end it becomes audible to ear. But where from it starts, how it starts, it is very hard to express. Because it is beyond language. How can you express? So, what I was meaning, our subject, I will take some 10-15 minutes more, have patience. गंगा जी का शब्द, गंगा जी का शब्द में है सावधान, attention please. Now you have understood how the language is created. When the sound gets contact with object, which is nothing but modification of sound. Object means sound also. That also I have explained to you. Every object is sound only. When sound gets repeated, continuously repeated, it gets grossified, that becomes object. Sound, the sky, when it gets disturbed and gets clashed with each other, then it becomes air. When there is heat, it is when they clash against each other, generally there will be heat. That is nature. That's how the fire, and fire means form. It discloses the form. In darkness we cannot have contact with the form. In light only, that is fire. In light only we can have contact with the object. That's how fire is form. Understood? Now, in this way, when we have five senses, which are nothing but five elements, basic elements, which get mixed with each other in different innumerable ratios, then all these objects are created. Okay? And when the sound has contact with the object, then it is known as language. And this language also is verbal, and before that three other phases are there. And this, when the feeling is expressed, it is expressed by sound also, by other vibration of the body, other vibrations all over the body, and those vibrations, they create impressions over the body, inside the body also. When you are angry, your body will be warm up. Understood? Why? Because your feeling is vibrating all over the body. Your feelings are expressing in the body. That's how your body gets heated up. And that's how when you are afraid of something, it creates some poisonous objects in the body, and that will have some foul smell which irritates the other animals. They bounce upon you. That's how the wild animals, they are afraid of human beings, because human beings get afraid of the animals, and the body creates some fluid which has foul smell. Anyway, that is called body language. When the language, the feelings, your expressions, your vibration is all around your heart, it vibrates your body, which expresses body language. Every eye, your hair also expresses your body language. What to speak of your eyes and nose and mouth. When you laugh, when you that is body language, not only sound. Understood now? Body language. And that's how, when you are highly blissful or joyful, your hairs stand and they become erected. That is how रोमांच कहते हैं, रोमांच. रोमांच होता है कैसे? आनंद का अतिशय होने से. तो उसी को कहते हैं बॉडी लैंग्वेज. इसी प्रकार अब देखो, अब हमारा एक पॉइंट में when the sound gets touched with the object, then it becomes a language, and that language is pollution. Silence is not pollution. Understood the process, whole process? Keep the whole process before you. When you speak something, you are polluted, you are irritated, you are disturbed. Disturbance only is known as your language. Understood now? And silence is the language of the absolute. Silence means absolute equilibrium. And now, when it is not disturbed, what does it mean? When it gets contact with some object, when sound gets contact with object, it is disturbed state. When it has no contact with the object, it is undisturbed sound. Understood now? हाँ? गंगा जी में जो आवाज है वो किसी ऑब्जेक्ट के साथ कोई संबंध नहीं. Ganga, which sound it creates, it has got no contact with any object. That's how it is pure. And that's how it penetrates your heart. It influences your heart. It has tremendous effect on you because it is undisturbed, because it is continuous, because it has got no contact with any object. That's how it is pure. And pure sound, I have explained the process of sound now to you. How does the pure sound mean? Pure sound means the silence. अभी समझ में आया गंगा जी का शब्द क्यों इतना इफेक्टिव है? Why the Ganga sound is so effective?
Can you say, Swamiji, that,
Huh?
can you say that the silence or the flowing of the Ganga is also the infinite? It's just like when you meet something, there's an obstruction, then it's disturbed and it isn't there anymore. So before that, it's infinite, and after that, it's disturbed. Is that correct if I say that?
Yes, exactly. I will give a little more addition to your thoughts. You see, whatever language or whatever sound, whatever thoughts you match with Ganga sound, it will reflect in that, echo with that. Whatever thoughts you, whatever sound you produce, and match with Ganga sound because it is undisturbed, because it is pure. Whatever sound, you go on singing some song, you will hear in Ganga sound. Have you tested it? You go on chanting some mantra, you will hear this mantra in the Ganga sound because it is undisturbed. Got the point? That's how whatever you think, it reflects in Ganga sound. That's how I told you, you can talk with Ganga. Ganga hears your sound, your mind, and it reflects in your mind, that is, it talks with you. Understood now the process?
Always gives other questions because if you have a if you add something to Ganga, if it's not a pure salt, if it's just disturbing salt,
Yes.
The Ganga is disturbed also. Is that correct? Yes.
Yes.
Do you understand what
And
I'm saying?
you can talk with Ganga means you can think whatever you think. It can match with Ganga sound if you like.
Yes, yes, yes.
If you try to match, it will match because it is pure. Just as you can write anything on the pure white paper.
It is a process within me.
Yes.
Not a Ganga, but within me.
Yes.
Okay.
इसीलिए मैं कहता हूँ गंगा जी का किनारा, गंगा का शब्द में सारे शब्द समा हुआ है, तुम्हारा दिल भी है। मैं इसको परीक्षा करके देखा हूँ, ऐसा नहीं बोल रहा हूँ। गंगा जी के साथ हम बात कर सकते हैं, हमारे जो बातों को गंगा जी समझती है और उत्तर भी देती है। ये फालतू बातें नहीं, मैं तुमको प्रमाण दे करके कह रहा हूँ कैसे प्रोसेस है शब्दों का। शब्द कैसे ये रिटर्न करता है, तुम्हारा शब्दों का इको कैसा होता है, हैं? इसीलिए गंगा जी का जो शब्द है इतने प्योर और कंटिन्यूटी के कारण, कंटिन्यूअस। सो गंगा जी को ऐसा न मत समझो। आया समझ में भाइयों और बहनों, जो गंगा जी के शब्द के ऊपर कल हम बात कर रहे थे, खाली ये गंगा जी का शब्द है, उसके पहले हमको ये सारे प्रोसेस को समझना चाहिए, तभी समझ में आएगा गंगा जी कैसे प्योर है और वो कैसे जीवन का आधार है, हाँ? और प्यूरिटी इज मेडिसिन। Why? Imbalanced state in three aspects: air, fire, and water. Three aspects. Source of life. When they are imbalanced, it is called disease. When they are in balanced state, it is diseaseless. Understood now? That's how. If you go on hearing continuous sound, that is Ganga sound, that cures your disease also. Don't think only water will. Psychiatrist, why to go to psychiatrist? See, when you hear some melody, how you are affected and how are you influenced. Some melodious song, it affects you, isn't it? Why? Because your mind gets attached with that. And melody is why all these songs have their rhythm and particular, you see, notes. Why? Because they are systematized. And that's how it makes your mind systematic. It has got influence over you. And when just as you are influenced by some songs, some melodies, flutes, and some praises by others, some people praise you, their heartfelt feelings. That's how you are influenced. So also when you sit near Ganga, that continuous sound which is nothing but a rhythmical melody, and you can hear all the rhythms in Ganga water. All the notes, all the melodies you can see in that. Whatever you try to match with it, it will match. You try it, and then you can tell me. I am taking it with force because I have tested all these. You can talk with Ganga, you can contact with your thoughts with Ganga, you can get answers, you can get solutions of your questions from Ganga. It is flow of knowledge also, not only flow of life, not only flow of medicine, it is flow of knowledge also. तभी कहते हैं ज्ञान गंगा, गंगा ज्ञान का स्रोत है। समझे भाइयों और बहनों, गंगा जी का जो आवाज, गंगा जी का जो जल, गंगा जी का जो जो अखंडता, ये बहुत कुछ बताता है, बहुत कुछ बताता है। अखंडता तो सब कुछ बता देगा। अखंड धारा मतलब ज्ञान भी है, प्यार भी है, नाता भी है, रिश्ता भी है भगवान के साथ जो अखंड है। आई समझ में मेरे भाइयों बहनों, आज इतना ही। Today this much. We have taken little more time. Sorry. भाइयों बहनों, कुछ समझ में आया? सब चुप। कल कोई सवाल करेंगे तो हिंदी में हम बोलेंगे। फिर आज थोड़ा ज़्यादा अंग्रेजी में बोल दिया, इसलिए कि हमारे अंग्रेजी दोस्त लोग बैठे हैं इधर, और आज एक ही दिन है उनका। कल फिर भी इसके ऊपर, अरे इसके ऊपर इस जो विषय आज विचार किए ना, इसमें सारा जिंदगी तुम रिसर्च करो, कमी है। उपनिषद, अरण्यक उपनिषद, बृहद अरण्यक उपनिषद, जंगल में जिंदगी बिता दिए ऋषि मुनि लोग, तभी जा करके इसको सब निकाले। समझे? हिमालय के जंगल में बैठे बैठे खाली रोटी पिंड पाल नहीं थे। हाँ जी, आज गंगा जी बोल रही, मैं नहीं बोल रहा हूँ। हाँ जी, गंगा जी शब्द का भंडार है, शब्द कोश है। I told Mataji, Ganga ji spoke today, not I, not Premanand, because Ganga ji is sound. These are all great secrets you can, when your mind is calm and quiet, and it is prompted by particular idea, then that idea gets clarified in Ganga bank. That's how, if you sit in Ganga bank, so many questions are answered.
Now the mind is silent, Swamiji.
Yes, when your mind has contact with or similarity or it has got match with Ganga sound, then only everything will be done. Everything is then possible. Or else you are different than Ganga. हरिओम हरिओम आ रहा हूँ मैं हो गया हमारा क्लास पूरा हो गया आ रहा हूँ हरि ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ओम शांति शांति शांति